Well, welcome to our information evening on the X39. We're going to talk a little bit about the technology and we're going to talk some testimonies and some storytelling. My name is Vanessa, and the other speaker over here is Andrew. So, Andrew, as I get the presentation ready, will you just share how we came across the X39?
Yeah, we are so grateful that my friend, when we arrived back from America and Canada, we were gone for almost 9 years, that when we landed, we were looking at what do we do next? And he said, called me up and he said, have you been patched yet? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't smoked for 30 plus years. And he said, no, I'm not talking about that. There's this little patch that's just come out that is changing people's lives. And it's the health and wellness. There's no drugs, chemicals, all of that. And there's amazing business opportunity with it too. And he goes, I think you guys as entrepreneurs would love this. So I've always been a curious personality and always chosen to lean forward with opportunity. And so I said, I'll do a presentation. And so that's exactly what we're doing with you tonight. So maybe someone has spoken to you recently, said the same sort of thing about this patch and said, hey, would you just take a moment to listen and see this presentation? And honestly, we are so grateful. 13 months, 14 months in now, it has changed our family, it's changed our health, has changed our finances, and we've met so many incredible people around the world and in Australia and New Zealand. So it's been a huge blessing to be a part of.
Puppy.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
just going to
pretty.
mute anyone that's not muted right now, but we are just going to talk for a moment about this stem cell activation patch called the X39. So this small little patch, and you'll see it just in that image there, back of the neck, this is available to people all around the world, because what we didn't know is that the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. So the sad news is that by around 30, half your stem cells are like fallen asleep now. And by the time you're 60, nearly 90% of all that stem cell activity is no longer happening in your body. This is why people are they might be living longer, but they're not living well and they're aging. And so it's much slower to heal the older you get.
So how does X39 work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. So, and it's a patented nanocrystal technology. So what that is, it's a reflecting light to activate. So this little patch, which I'm getting out, it's in this sleeve like it shows on the picture. And then it's this little patch. When this goes on your body, it uses your own heat and light to then activate your copper peptides, to stimulate your copper peptides that activates your stem cells. And what's great about this is this little patch is it's organic material. So there's no chemicals, drugs, or anything invasive that's going into your body. And as you know, as we've gotten older and the world has matured, we don't want to just be popping pills all the time and not knowing what it's really doing in a long-term effect. This has no risks, and yet the upside is unbelievable. So, and again, it's non-transdermal or invasive. So this is what gets your stem cells going to those parts of your body that need it the most. Start correcting the slowdown that Vanessa just shared at 30 and then 60, and get them ramping back up again and working for you so that you can live long and not just live well. But we do want to say that these products never intend to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, although the success stories we're hearing are unbelievable.
So simple to wear. Andrew says it was designed for him as a male. He says,
Absolutely.
so he doesn't have to remember every supplement to take and all the rest of it. You're going to wear this patch 12 hours during the day. These are the kind of positions you can wear it back of the neck or under the belly button. However, as soon as you get access to this patch, you just place it exactly even where you intuitively feel or where you might have some pain in your body. What you do is you take it off at night when you're cleaning your teeth, just pop it off at night, throw it in the bin, and then they put the new patch on the next day and patch and repeat. If anyone says, I forgot to patch, we always say, put it right near where your toothbrush is, the pack of them. So in the morning you patch, take it off at night. You need that time to rejuvenate at night, that rest and repair that happens just because of all that incredible regenerative activity during the day. It gives your body time to rest at night. You'll do a new patch the next day. Drink plenty of water because our cells move around with just that incredible active water. So take a little Celtic sea salt, when you're drinking your water, just so that water actually does make a difference.
And so what are the benefits? Because, hey, we want benefits. It's increased strength. It's mental clarity. I've had that myself as a success story, as a testimony. My brain fog's gone. I'm more focused than ever. My ADHD is calming down day to day. I feel like I'm in the best mentally that I've ever been. Reduced inflammation. I didn't know that most diseases and issues in our body comes from inflammation. And so many of our bodies are so inflamed. Well, this helps reduce that. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions. We've seen that with one of our children correct itself. Increased stamina. Who knows? We need more of that. Improvement of sleep. I didn't realize as well that most of the time when we sleep is when our body rests and rejuvenates. It's when it restores itself. So we all need good sleep. And how many of my friends and colleagues and people that I know are struggling with sleep? I was on a sleep apnea machine for 18 months. And then after 3 months of being on the X39, I took my mask off for the first time and felt like my body didn't need it. And I've never gone back, and I sleep all the way through, waking up rested and ready for the new day. I haven't slept like that in 20 plus years. And we're hearing great stories like that. Energy and vitality. I would be doing this just for the energy, for the price of a coffee per day, which is what this costs. It is worth every dime just for that. And yet there's so much more. And then improved skin appearance. That, of course, is something that we all want, we all need. And in that, seeing as we seeing the skin, not just even on the outside, but what it's doing for our bodies. And we're seeing incredible success stories there as well.
Andrew, were you speaking to this?
Yeah, X39 long-term results. And you could see more and more of this. I love it because on thisitifo.com, as you can see in front of you, you can deep dive into more of these studies and the technology. They don't hold back. They open it up of all the different clinical studies and everything for you to look at so that you can see what this, how this can benefit you and how it's changed so many people's lives. But what I didn't know, and I've never been in the medical field, so that was never my thing, but I didn't know the first few days that 4,000 genes begin to reset on this product. I didn't even know we had 4,000 genes. So that's pretty incredible. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced, and that's been amazing. We've seen that within 3 months, your collagen has increased. And I'm not just talking about the collagen on the outside, although I'm talking about that as well, because we all want that. But I'm talking about the collagen that's all around your vital organs, which is so imperative and important to your longevity. And within 6 months, get this, your heart reverses in age by 8 years was the average clinical study that you can look on thisitifo.com. So that's amazing. And I love what the CEO and inventor of X39, David Schmidt, says. He said, this is an anti-aging. This is age reversing. This is reversing your age. And so, hey, we want to live long, but we don't just want to live long and not live well. We want both. And that's what this is able to do.
Here's a scan of a woman's brain, and she is 77 years old, and you'll see all that inflammation with that red around her brain. So lack of that connection, that coherence between the left and the right side of her brain. At session 2, she's been patching for 3 weeks. And at session 3, she's been patching for 6 weeks. And you'll see a complete turnaround of that flow between left and right and none of that red inflammation. We love to say that this is not just in a 77-year-old woman. We're talking young people, young ones, really young these days, have so much exposure to things that would inflame their brain. But this is all around the calmness and the clarity that begins to happen after just 6 weeks on the X39. We love that this is a patented technology because what that means is that it can flow so quickly through country by country by country. And it also means that what it's proven to claim to do, it does do. And you'll see this claim right here. There's a copper peptide that it elevates in our body that nothing else can elevate it so quickly as opposed to this light therapy. There's an activation of our stem cells because of that copper peptide. All the research says that. And there's an improvement of the energy, the antioxidants, and everything Andrew just said. But this also for us, as someone that loves sharing something that feels so like an opportunity, this means there's 15 more years on a patent, and that really screams opportunity and social responsibility to us.
Absolutely. I'll never forget when plasma TVs came out, and my dad was he was a successful businessman, went out and spent $15,000, $20,000 on a plasma TV, and hardly anyone could do that back then. And then of course it came down to where most people could afford it. And I love David Schmidt, the CEO and inventor of X39. And one of the reasons why he's chosen direct selling for this is so that everybody has the opportunity to be able to afford this product. It's extremely affordable. You don't have to fly to Mexico now and spend $100,000 that in 3 months' time, it may not work and you don't even know what's going into your body. This is organic material. It's using your own heat and light to get your stem cells going. I mean, this guy is so into what he and passionate about what he does that he has over 180 patents. He's a scientist and an inventor. So he wasn't a guy that got a Google degree and just turned up with something. This guy specializes in age reversing, and you're going to look him up. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research after working with the military. Again, you don't get to work with the military if you're not someone pretty smart, that then went and took this to market in the private sector so that it could get to people. He had a patent that took 10 years. So again, he didn't just knock it up and put it together and get it out there. 10 years and $4.5 million to bring this to market. So you've got a guy that takes attention to time and detail before he puts something out there for people.
So when you start to ask about the research, and you'll see on thisisitinfo.com, you'll also get access to another website, startx39now.com. What you want to do is, you're not looking at the studies on stem cells, you're looking at the studies on GHKCU copper peptide, and there's hundreds of studies on this right now. And so this is, if someone says, I need to dive deeper, this is where you're going to dive and learn more about this particular peptide in our body that switches on our dormant stem cells. This is unique. Andrew, just again, one more time, this is why it gets so exciting for us, because it's not a tablet, it's not another Me Too product. This just feels like such an incredible opportunity for the world to learn about.
Thank goodness for that. Again, I believe this was made for men because it's just simple. I don't need to take 5,000 tablets and the red one and the blue one and the green one and all of these things. It's just one little sticker on the back of my neck or under my belly button, and I'm good to go and take it off 12 hours later. There is no other product like this on the market like X39. It's a 20-year patent, so no one can get their hot little hands on this for a long time, which for those of us that can see the potential of either creating financial margin or really creating a financial legacy and potential business with this screams uniqueness and opportunity. It improves your cellular health and vitality. We've seen that. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands are seeing that across the world. It's safe and non-transdermal, so it's not like, yeah, take this, but we really can't tell you what it might do to you. There's no risk with this. Extremely affordable for the price of a coffee per day, and it's patent technology, which means when you buy from your brand partner, the safety with that means that you're getting it from the source, not from Amazon or somewhere else where you don't know where that's come from, who's made it and what's in it. So even that pipeline of trust is so important, and I think such a value to what we're offering.
So let's talk for a moment about testimonies. We want to remind you, though, that what this patch will do on you will be so unique to what it will do on another person. Because when light therapy and this frequency of light elevates your copper peptides, what your stem cells go to first is so unique to your own body. So we love to say that time and time again. We also love to remind you there's nothing in this patch that people often say is stem cells in this patch, because they're so used to a patch having to go through that skin barrier with an oil or something else like a hormone or nicotine patch in it. But no, there is nothing in that patch that is chemical or toxin or stem cells. This is light frequency in that patch. So we're going to talk about this, and we love to say this: give this technology time. You will
Yes.
hear what we call the one patch wonders, but this is not about one day, one quick breakthrough. Our friend with bursitis still actually needed to have other things heal in her body, and she also wants to age reverse. So even though bursitis left in 20 minutes, there's other things that she's really believing for a breakthrough in. But we do have a great health tracker just so you can start to orient towards the things that you may not notice are actually improving over time. So when you do begin to patch, make sure to ask your brand partner for this tracker because it's incredible. And take before and after photos because there's so much change that you start to pick up in your own body. So let's just flick quickly through this before we hear a live testimony. This is itinfo.com is where you'll get all the information. These are the kind of testimonies we literally get on a text message like nearly every day of our life right now, Andrew and I and many of our team. These on This Is It info is where you can start to dive deeper into all the different categories of testimonies. You can also go and look at a few other websites. You'll see back and wound healing and skin and incredible like nerve healing happening for people. People with the big C word are really getting huge breakthrough. Hair regrowth is amazing. Then you can dive into videos and all, again, here, just person-to-person stories. And this storytelling, we can't make claims, but this is really important. Doctors are talking about this all over the world too. But there's nothing like hearing a story from an Aussie because Aussies love hearing Aussies share. So we would love to invite Steph to introduce Jody. Steph, are you on right now?
Hi, everyone. I am on. Thank you all for taking the time to hop on here. How fabulous has the information been so far? And I have the pleasure of introducing Jody Grant. Jody heard about the patches, and like most of us, she was quite, I won't use the word skeptical, she was cautious, but she's still open-minded. And I'm not going to tell you her story, but she has had an incredible transformation. And that continues. So introducing Jody Grant, one of our Lifewave directors. Jody, how are you?
Hi, Steph. Hi, everyone. I don't know where to start. Basically, I started back in September. I was introduced by a friend, Sal, and I will admit I didn't take her phone call for quite a few days. And when she actually did take the phone call, everything that she said just was, I said to my husband, I have to try this. Just to go back, my whole medical history is very long and intense. I'm a hairdresser of 40 years. So with that, I've got neck, shoulder problems. I have fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue at some point. I've been told I've had a stroke at one point. I may have a brain tumor ongoing, like all sorts of stuff. So with that, I had a lot of brain fog. Again, medications that probably didn't help that either. So for me, when I first patched I actually get very emotional because if you're in chronic pain for so long, your body is just screaming internally. You look fine on the outside. Everyone thinks, everything's going well, but literally I put on weight. I had a broken ankle. Everything just snowballed to one particular point in my life where I literally felt like I had one foot in the grave. And I was all of the age of 49 at that point. So again, going back to when I first patched, sorry, I get so excited by them. Basically within 8 hours, I was watching a video and I have spurs in my neck as well. So for me, something came up about what I was watching and it was actually talking about neck pain. So, and I just went like that, just something so little. But then I realized that I had no pain. There was nothing and then I'm going like, this is crazy. Like, why is this happening? So just with that, now that was in 8 hours. So from there, I have no pain. And I have clients coming in now saying to me, what are you doing? You look different. And I just said to them, I'm not literally, piggybacking an elephant. That's what I felt like day in and day out. I felt like I was carrying 100 kilos over on my shoulders and my neck. So that's the main thing, and that's the one thing that I will just never stop taking them, for the fact that I am so happier. And you don't realize how sad and unmotivated you are when you're carrying pain until you don't have it. And then all of a sudden you look different, you speak differently, you carry yourself differently. My skin is incredible. I'm just turned 56, so everything's changed. It's just incredible. I will just sing the praises of this patch for the rest of my life. It's incredible.
Honestly, that
Amazing.
thank you for sharing. Amazing.
And can I just say, sorry,
Yes.
thanks to Dr. Steph too, because she's just added a few little things that I've tweaked with it as well. So I do take other patches as well, but the X39 is the mainstayer.
Yeah, it's so perfect. I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And every time someone tells a story, it brings hope. And every time someone says, will it do so and so for me? We truly just lead by saying, we can't wait to see what this does. We'll get curious with you, and we'll wait with you, and we'll give it time with you. And we always, Andrew and I walk the streets literally, and we'll meet someone and we'll just honestly say, we might have a solution for you. We don't make promises, but we just always want to share this technology with everyone we meet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hearing stories like that is like a shot in the arm for us. It's that's what I love about being a part of a community like this, of hearing good news. There's so much bad news out there. We wake up to good news almost every single day, pretty much every single day, multiple times, with great stories. So love that. Thank you so much for sharing.
So Andrew, will you just talk through how people can purchase? Because as soon as they hear about this, they're no longer just thinking about themselves. They're probably thinking about others as well. Who else in their family they might want to patch. So let's just break down the investment into this technology.
Yeah, so they made it super affordable and super simple. So 3 different options. It's the core, the advanced, and the premium. So the core is at $295 US. It's in US dollars because it's in one currency all around the world. So it's around 500 or so, 550 Australian. And you get 3 months worth of these sleeves. So you get 30 of these little patches in each one of those. And that's really for someone who's just like, I just need to get my health right. I just want to concentrate on that for now. You know, we say the 4 M's. It starts with me. And then as you start to, like, if you're in an airplane and something goes wrong, the mask comes to you so that you can take oxygen. You have to look after you first. But then as you start to, and even before you get results, you're starting to see and hear what everybody else is doing, and you see somebody else not well, you want to help other people as well. So it goes to mission. And so with this one, as you share with other people, you can earn up to $100 US a week, which more than pays for your patches. And that's why the owner and inventor created or used the direct selling platform, is so that people who may be a bit more financially vulnerable can pay for their own patches, so that everybody can be using this product and getting the results. And we're all believing for over 1 billion homes over the next few years that this would get into. So that's a great place to start for them. But for those who would like to even create some margin, some financial breathing space, or they're a couple, or maybe a couple with a child or 2, the advanced pack is the place to start for you, because you get 6 of these sleeves for $535 US, so a little bit cheaper than double the core. So it works out to be just under $99.95 US. And with that, you can, as you begin to share, and as people begin to share, and this becomes potentially an opportunity financially for you, this unlocks, which we're going to share in the next presentation, the unlimited financial plan for this business, for those who are interested in that. You don't have to build the business, but for those who would like to. And for those who, like Vanessa and I and many others, jumped into understanding the opportunity of this, saw how we're going to need to have plenty of stock with us as we go and patch people, or people that have got a big family, well, then the premium pack is a great place to jump into, because it's $1,750. So that's just around 3,000 Australian, with no overheads, unlimited financial potential and earning potential with this business model. And it means that you're getting it for $87.50 per pack instead of $99.95. And so for a lot of people, they've also loved that because they like to get a better price, and they want to get it to a lot of their family, as well as patching people that they know could benefit from this. And so we always like people to have extra for those who want to build the business like that, so that when somebody in their world wants to order, and as soon as you do, you want it yesterday. So I had one of my brand partners, Dr. Steph, she had someone that she was able to, understand this technology. And so he jumped on it, but it was a week before he could get his patches, but he lived near me. So he dropped around, I gave him a month's worth. And when his comes in, he'll give me a month worth back, so that we try to get this to people as fast as we can. So you're going to need that rolling stock if you see the opportunity that Vanessa and I did. So at 300 US, 535 US, or 1750 US, that's where you get started. And as soon as you sign up and get this we can get this to you as quickly as possible.
So here's a breakdown in Oz dollars approximately right now. It's in US dollars right now globally, because that is a fairly global dollar that's familiar all around the world. But we do break it down for you because it has some tax and shipping on it as well. So like Andrew said, you're paying around $515, $525 right now for the 3 months supply. And then you can upgrade at any point to the advanced. That's coming in just under $1,000. And like Andrew said, you can literally kickstart a business for under $1,000 by having some extra stock right there on hand with that advanced. And that also unlocks the full compensation plan. And we'll dive into that in the next 30 minutes if you can stay on. We'd love to show you how not only are people's health changing and getting such breakthrough, but there's so much financial breakthrough happening for people as they share. And then last,
for the price of a flat white coffee, $6. I mean, that's how affordable. And even if this had no business opportunity, I would be a customer because of the technology and what this is doing for my health and other people's. So amazing what potentially is.
And then the premium, as Andrew said, $3,000 to get 20 packs and sleeves, and you can mix and match some of the support patches. Talk to your brand partner about that. But truly, you can't ever access a business for $3,000, and the overhead is just $200 a month if you want to stay active and get all our amazing team volume. And so we'll talk about that next. But for you, if you watch this video and your friend has sent it to you, you are going to circle back with your brand partner. They have all the tools you need to help you make the right decision about which pack. You're not paying that every month. That's just called a starter pack, and you're coming in as a brand partner. You do not have to share and act like a brand partner, but the thing is, there's not one person we've patched over the last year that hasn't turned around and thought of another person they also might want to share the technology with. So circle back with the brand partner that invited you to this call or sent this call to you later. And we just want to get this out to as many people as possible.
And also see this as preventative. I'm a big guy that believes in insurance for things. And to me, this is one of my insurance policies. And we just saw Dr. Steph talk about how it saved her $45,000 on an ACL operation. I mean, I could talk about what it saved me. And so I help people to understand it's not about what you're paying, it's about what you're saving. And then what you're creating for your body to be able to live longer and well. So excited for you to speak to your brand partner, excited to hear your success story and your testimony, and potentially the people you're going to help with their story as well.
Thanks for listening.